涙がこぼれないように
Hello YouTube, Laserdisc fan talking at you. Gonna get into my Anime Laserdisc Collection, and as you can see, I have a lot of anime on Laserdisc. That's pretty much the reason why I got into Laserdisc. One of the reasons why, because I was stationed in Japan at one point, and Laserdiscs and VHS tapes were basically priced around the same amount, even cheaper if you were pricing price to rental VHS tapes versus Laserdiscs. So I got into it, and now I just have piles and piles of anime Laserdiscs. So let's get right into it, because this is going to be a bit. So first up here we got Neon Genesis Evangelion. I only have volume 1 of the Japanese release, and it has a gatefold here. Let me get that out, take a look at it real quick. Really nothing in here other than you have like a little liner note there, and I'm on the one side, and a lot of notes in Japanese on the inside, and the disc on the other side. So, one of the better series of the 90s. Very popular on both sides of the Pacific. And of course, it raised a lot of controversy because of the last 2 episodes, so much so that they had to make a movie version just to make the fans happy. And, well, here's the 2 North American releases from AD Vision. That one only has, I believe, 2 episodes per volume. This one has 4 episodes per volume. So this has episodes 1 through 4, dubbed, and with the dubbed and Japanese soundtracks. Let's see, where does it say? Analog track. Yeah, the analog soundtrack has the original Japanese dialogue. The digital has the English dialogue, and you can throw on the quote-unquote subtitles through closed captioning. Clumsy, but it worked. And these were ridiculously priced with an MSRP of $60. Thank you, AD Vision, for that. So, I guess they figured because if they were going to be selling, they sold their, back in the 90s, if you believe this, VHS tapes subtitled were $30 for 2 episodes of this series. So they figured if you're getting 4 episodes on a Laserdisc, it should be $60. Makes perfect sense. But luckily, I never paid that price. I think the most I paid for one of these was $40, because the video store I belonged to you could order Laserdiscs for a discounted price, so that helped out. But they never released the whole thing on Laserdisc in America, so I never got the whole thing. I did get the whole thing on VHS because I got tired of waiting for the Laserdiscs. But anyway, moving right along. Okay, we got Nadia Volume 1. This is from Streamline Pictures. This was another series from Gainax. Gainax made Evangelion, as well as another few titles you'll probably see coming up here. I think this was their first TV series. Ran 39 episodes. It was probably a little more popular TV series in Japan. But they only ever released this 1 volume here on Laserdisc. And this has 3 episodes? Something like that. And it does have the Japanese soundtrack on the digital tracks and the English soundtrack on the analog tracks, but no closed caption subtitles. So you've got the original Japanese soundtrack, but you won't be able to understand it unless you know Japanese. But still, a good series. This has been released completely on DVD through AD Vision again, but the dubbing is different, which I don't really. Well, I like to compare the dubbing, see which one's worse. But I do plan on getting that sooner or later. Okay. This is Miyuki-chan in Wonderland. This is just a short by the manga team Clomp, one of my favorite manga teams. Their twisted version of Alice in Wonderland, with a lot of risque-looking women dressed up to be made like the Alice in Wonderland characters, Lewis Carroll characters. It's people say it's. Some people even have the nerve to say it's sexist because all the girls are sexy, and they're like, yeah, but Clomp is a bunch of females. So how can you say it's sexist? But anyway, really neat. But it's only 30 minutes because there's 2 15-minute episodes, and it's the Japanese release, so there's no English soundtrack or anything like that. But still, it's pretty neat to have. All right. This is My Neighbor Totoro, or Tonare no Totoro, which is a Miyazaki movie. This is the 20th Century Fox release. The dub was created by Carl Masick, who also was the head of Streamline Pictures, released that Nadia video. The dub was actually pretty good, and the movie is very good. This is a full-frame disc, and this is actually kind of a collector's item because this was re-released by Disney with a different dub, but a lot of people prefer this dub, so... And this is probably better. You know, they did release it on DVD, but I haven't really heard what the quality of the DVD is. So I got the Laserdisc, so I'm happy with this. And I also have the DVD as well, and I haven't really compared the two. But I got the Japanese subtitled widescreen version on DVD, and I've got the English dubbed full frame version on Laserdisc. So that works out fine for me. And I haven't listened to the new Disney dub because I'm happy with this one. So whatever. Okay. Alright, moving right along. Okay, we've got the two Viz video re-releases of Ranma 1/2 on Laserdisc. This is the only two they released on Laserdisc. I think it was only... These might be the only two Viz video Laserdisc releases, I'm pretty sure. The very popular Ranma 1/2 series. These are just 4 of the OAV episodes. In Japan, these were released on Laserdisc. Just one episode apiece on one side of Laserdisc, so... Those were kind of pricey, but Viz Video, they saw fit to give us at least 2 episodes on Laserdisc for $40, so it's a bargain for $40. But anyway, it has the analog tracks is the digital dub soundtrack. I mean, the analog tracks is the dub soundtrack, American English dub soundtrack, which is actually pretty good. I think Viz made a point trying to increase the quality of dub soundtracks when they started getting the video business, and the digital soundtrack has the original Japanese soundtrack, also closed caption. But on this disc, they kind of flubbed that one because the closed captions on this are the English dubbed dialogue. So it's not quite the Japanese translation when you turn on the closed captions. It kind of works, but kind of doesn't because it's kind of clumsy. Because if you know some Japanese, you're like, no, that's not quite what they said. But anyway, and for some reason, this is like a little inlay over here. I'm kind of curious to pull that off and see what's underneath it, but I never got the gumption to do that. This one's Desperately Seeking Shampoo, 2 episodes, and goes at the Tendo Family Christmas special, and the first episode is the one where Shampoo puts on the reversal jewel, starts beating up Ranma because she hates him now. This is the second one called like Water for Ranma. This one actually does have the Japanese translation in the closed captions. So this one's actually they fixed that in this release. So this is the better of the two because they did that. But still, the dub version is actually still pretty good. All right, let's go here. All right, this is Here Is Greenwood, or in the usual Japanese Kokowa Greenwood. This is a fun series. This is Volume 1, that's Volume 3, I think, and this is Volume 4, Volume 2. They only released these 3 releases in America. I think this is the only ones they released on video, because it's actually a very long-running manga, and they only released 6 episodes of animated. But the thing is, this is a release from Software Sculptures, and I believe... Yeah, they used the original Japanese packaging, because on the spine, it's all the Japanese writing. And it's just a butcher cover, because if you see here, if you pull it up, there's a Japanese release underneath there, and they just put this inlay over, this little thing over top of it. I always thought that was funny, but I guess they saved money doing that. Because, yeah, Software Sculptures. Mainstream, not, yeah. Analog tracks are Japanese, and the digital tracks are is the English dub soundtrack, and with closed caption subtitling. So, again, that works. Did they do that in this one too? Let me see. I'll pull this out real quick. See if they have another butcher cover. Yep, another butcher cover. Oh well, whatever works for them. But still, it's a really fun series. It's kind of hokey because you got the one character there. His redhead name. He's redhead got a character. I don't know why they have all these crazy eye colors as well. And he goes to this new school, and there's a bunch of hokey characters there, and until the last 2 episodes where it kind of gets serious because he finally finds a girlfriend. But I won't go too far into it, but it's a really fun series. There we go. I got this another Streamline Pictures release. I mean, not Streamline. AD Vision release. Burn Up W. The only Laserdisc release for this title, but there's 4 episodes. This only has 1 episode that they sold to us for $40. 30 minutes of anime for $40 on one side of Laserdisc. Thanks, AD Vision. Kind of a risque title because lots of bouncing boobs and stuff like that. The art and animation is pretty neat, but might turn off some. Digital soundtrack has the English dub version, and the digital analog soundtrack has the Japanese dialogue, and closed captioned with subtitles. It's a pseudo sequel to an old anime called Burn Up, but it really doesn't really much in common with that other than girls in tight outfits like that. So they also released a like I said, I think there's 4 episodes of this Burn Up W series. They released that on DVD. AD Vision did, and there's also a TV series called Burn Up Excess. I haven't watched Burn Up Excess yet, so but we'll understand it's more of the same, bouncing boobs and such. Okay, here we have Blue Seed. This is a TV series. I was out in Japan in '94 and '95. It's one of the first series I actually watched when I got to Japan in '94 and '95. This is a version 1.5. It's like an in-between between the TV series and the OAV series. There's really not much here. There's a lot of stuff where they talk to some of the voice actors and some of the animators and stuff like that. And there's a couple of omake things in here, but nothing really special. But this is Blue Seed Volume 2, the OAV series, where they have I think it was a 3-episode OAV series. This is only 1 episode. Was this 2-sided? I think it is. It's actually a pretty fun series because it's about why am I brain farting on this? I'll have to look it up because I haven't watched it in a while. I don't know all the names of the monsters and stuff like that. I just know that if you see here, that's the little 9-shaped gem there. It's called a Makatama, which is they call it the Blue Seed in the series, but it's you have to forgive me. I have to look it up. I'll include some annotations to talk about the series, but it's a pretty fun series. Here we go. This is Armitage III, the movie box set. This is the Armitage series was the first of 4-part OAV series, I believe. The Pioneer was one of Pioneer's first. One of the first anime Pioneer themselves produced when they started releasing stuff on Laserdisc. This is the movie version, which they released in Japan, English dub with Japanese subtitles, because they paid big money to get some stars for the English dubbing. Like they got Kiefer Sutherland to play Ross Syllabus, and Elizabeth Berkley to play Armitage. And this is actually the theatrical version. So this has the English dub soundtrack with Japanese subtitles, and it's the only soundtrack on there. You can't switch it to Japanese because that's the way they made the movie. This has some supplements in here. Movies in CAV and Dolby Surround, and they got this nice booklet here with information. It's all in Japanese though, and some nice pictures and screen grabs, things like that. Yeah. They try to make it seem like it's an American film so they can get more of a viewing audience in Japan rather than just the anime crowd. I don't know if it worked or not. So he's at Elizabeth Berkley and Kiefer Sutherland. And gave you a little kind of another insert here. Was this like more information in the series. See, that's the actual Laserdisc releases of the original series there. Yeah. So, that's that. It was a pretty good thing. It's really, Blade Runner-esque, but, it was good but not great. Okay, Arcadia of My Youth. This is a movie from the featuring space pirate Captain Harlock. very popular character from back when. In the same universe as, well, supposed to have been in the same universe as the Yamato or Star Blazers, or probably the Leiji verse as they call it, because it's created by Leiji Matsumoto. Very good movie about the space pirates and stuff like that, and it's in Japanese with English subtitles. No English soundtrack. Does it have liner notes? I thought it did. Oh, shucks. I guess it doesn't. Oh, well. But, very good movie. Should rewatch that sometime. Okay. We got the Criterion release of Akira. This is the CLV edition. It's not a gatefold, but it does have a better cover than the CAV edition, if you ask me. It does have the English dub soundtrack and also the Japanese, the original Japanese soundtrack on the disc, and there does have some supplements. It just says like the Japanese trailer and the English trailer, but not much else. Because this is the CLV release. You want the special edition, you get the CAV release. I bought this in Hong Kong. I even left the original Hong Kong price on there, 445 Hong Kong dollars. That was back in 1996. But yeah, that was pretty neat. It's probably one of the most, well-known anime out there, outside of people who don't know what anime is. Alright, we have 3x3 Eyes, or Sazan Eyes, as the original Japanese title goes. Another Streamline Pictures release. This, again, was a TV series that Streamline Pictures started to put out, but then didn't finish it. So, they only have so many, I think there's only 3 episodes on here. Again, with the other Streamline release, it has the English soundtrack and the dub and the Japanese soundtrack, but no closed captioning. So this is by the same creator as same person who created Blue Eyes, Blue Seed. His name escapes me right now, but he's a pretty prolific manga artist, and a pretty neat series. But I never finished it because they never released anything more here of that. Just the first three episodes. All right, here's one of my favorite series. Golden Boy. This is the first episode released on Laserdisc by AD-Vision, with the English soundtrack and the Japanese soundtrack. One episode, $40. Thank you, AD-Vision. But it's a very, very fun series. Actually, I prefer watching the English dub soundtrack more than the Japanese language, because they put some more jokes in there and make it a lot funnier. So if you do get to see this, do watch the English dub soundtrack. And of course, the actor who played what is his name? I'm brain farting on his name right now. But the main character, Kentaro Oe, right there. His actor's name was Doug Smith. Hilarious as as Kentaro. So do see that. And here I have the Japanese box set. Don't have all the episodes though. I'm missing a few. I bought this from this one guy who was selling a bunch of his Laserdiscs, and he sold it to me for like $10. So that's episode 1. That's episode 6. That's episode 5. So I'm missing a bunch. Man, I don't really know that guy anymore, so I don't really have much more to know how to get him. But some neat stuff in there. Very fun series. Very hilarious. Do see it if you like anime. If you don't like anime, you'll still like it because it's very funny.
If you've got a passion for fashion and you've got a craving for saving, take the wheel of your automobile and swing on down to Ideal.